Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is April 4th. We're pre-recording this episode.
Don't tell people that, bro.
They know.
We won't be referencing what happened this weekend.
Well, we don't know what happened this weekend.
The tsunami.
The tsunami.
Did you see that? That there was like the water receded in like some Asian country or something like that. So
people think there's going to be a tsunami?
Yeah.
Is that like the first sign when it goes really far out?
Yeah.
That's so scary.
But then they said that they got community noted, and it said that it was only a 1 foot tsunami. But who knows? It could have been a warning shot or a tremor.
I don't think tsunamis are that tall.
Yeah.
I used to think that a tsunami was just one massive wave that would come crashing down over like I thought it was like the wave would be like the size of skyscrapers coming just crashing into the city.
I don't know who
just
propagated
flooding.
that rumor.
Yeah. It's just the tide rises and it floods.
Yeah,
in.
it comes like this,
Yeah.
or it rushes in fast.
Yeah.
It's still scary.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever watched that movie? Might be called Tsunami.
I think I've seen.
It's like Tom Holland's in it, but he's like 10.
I don't know. I don't think I have.
It's horrifying.
Yeah, it sounds scary as fuck.
Because you're just getting taken out into sea with a bunch of like shrapnel and stuff.
I watched the documentary about that one brutal tsunami, about how people were just, I don't know, doing what you do in a tsunami, getting to the top floor.
You really get fucked.
The word is spelled cool though.
Yeah, with the T.
That's fucking different.
But the crazy is it's like they get hit with the tsunami and then there's like an earthquake and then there's like people are starving to it's not just like, oh, we lived through the tsunami.
Yeah.
It's like time for the earth to start shaking now on top of that. Is the earthquake before or after the tsunami? They usually go hand in hand, right?
Maybe first. Because I think wherever in Asia there was just this earthquake and then they were predicting the tsunami afterwards.
It's so fucked.
That would make you understand why people thought like there's like a biblical plague or something, or like there's a series of these biblical events. On the first day there's the earthquake, second day tsunami, third day locust, fourth day it rained blood or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
getting hit with an earthquake, and then has there ever been like a real tsunami in the United States or no?
Seiche waves. There's been Seiche waves.
What's that?
I think it's when it happens in Lake Michigan where it's like a teacup and it goes up on one side and it goes down on the other side and then it comes through. So it is like a tsunami, but it's a lake tsunami,
but not nearly as bad.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's like cool. People like gather around to watch.
Yeah, you go towards it. You run to the tsunami. You know who has it figured out is fucking dogs.
Yeah?
Whenever there's a tsunami, they go running for the hills like 20 minutes beforehand.
Really?
They start freaking out.
Yeah, they always have a weird idea of what's going down.
Everyone thinks that dogs are so dumb. Everyone thinks the animals are stupid.
Do they?
I think that people think that. Do people think that they're...
Speaking of dogs, your dog is huge.
You saw those pictures of it? I took it out to Coney Island.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that big. I guess the last time I saw it was when you just got it.
Yeah, it's gotten bigger. It's 6 months old now.
Yeah.
She's 6 months old.
I didn't know she was going to get that big, though.
Well, you had nothing to compare it to. I guess there's a soccer ball in the picture? Or what are you comparing it to?
I don't know. She just looked way bigger. Didn't even look like your dog. But I guess the last time I saw your dog, she was literally like 2 weeks old.
Well, there was also wind in her face, so her ears were sticking straight up. She has floppy ears, but she was just enjoying the fuck out of the wind.
Because last time you said that she wasn't going to get that big because her paws were small.
We were praying that she wasn't going to get that big. We've been depriving her of food.
But she's big.
Yeah.
How much does she weigh?
I haven't weighed her in a minute. She won't neatly stand on the scale despite my efforts. I've been trying to, bind her feet like a tiger mom.
Yeah.
Like a nasty Asian mother.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, she keeps on growing despite us not feeding her, binding her feet, keeping her in enclosed areas, not letting her exercise, not letting her smell anything.
It's crazy how big dogs get fast. Like my sister had a golden retriever. She has 2 golden retrievers, and she has one of them she just got this year. And the last time I saw it was around Christmas, and it was like it would like sit on my lap. And now it's like the same size as the other golden retriever.
These dogs think that they can still sit on the lap, though.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. Is what are those fucking huge dogs?
Yeah.
What is the breed?
Doberman.
No.
Maltese Falcons.
The ones that are real sloppy.
No,
close though. Similar but bigger. No, fuck.
There's somebody at home who's screaming at their...
I got a photo of one of them. Well, because my friend when I went to Denver a couple years ago, he was dog sitting. Bo was dog sitting this huge dog, but it was only like 6 months old. So they don't realize how big they are. So we've talked about it before. They'll come up and they'll like jump on top of you and they weigh like 80 pounds.
Dogs also love to like step squarely into your chest.
Oh yeah, or on your balls. They always like
balls.
they're always stepping just inches away from your
I'm
balls.
trying to keep this one PG, brother. We've been on a nasty streak of getting demonetized.
Have we? Well, I mean, obviously, yesterday's episode was demonetized, if I had to guess.
Too much masturbation and pedophilia talk for YouTube's liking. Not for my liking. Not enough for my liking, but...
Yesterday was an overwhelming amount of pedophilia talk.
It's good to get it off your chest, though. Otherwise, it's kind of just sitting in the back of your mind.
Exactly, and you're always just walking around thinking about pedophiles.
You need to iron out the kinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
I can't find this photo.
You're never going to find... You're looking back 3 years for a photograph.
I'm like, the photos that I'm seeing now are where my head
is
shaved. So that's can't be that far back. Unless it is. It might be.
No, it's longer than that. 3 years? You didn't have your head shaved 3 years ago.
I'm never going to find this photo. Well...
The power to know the wisdom to know the difference, to control the things you can't control.
It's a big dog, big sloppy dog.
Yes. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like what's the dog in the Sandlot?
I don't know.
You don't know?
A big dumb dog. Probably not dumb though, because if a tsunami comes to the Sandlot, that dog's gonna be the first one. James Earl Jones' blind ass is gonna be getting fucking washed away.
It's his dog.
Oh, Mastiff. Bull Mastiff.
Not what I'm thinking of. Just look at big dogs, big dog breeds.
Yeah, you won't be able to think of another thing. You won't be able to crack a joke until you get this out of your head.
I gotta know what it is.
You get a nasty fixation. Are you thinking of an albatross?
You know what? That's what I was thinking of.
Are you thinking of a...
Great Dane, Cane Corso, Bernese Mountain Dog, Newfoundland Dog, English Mastiff, Leon Burger, Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard. Saint Bernard.
Yeah, Saint Bernard.
Now we can return to our thoughts.
Now we can return. Yes, needed to know.
The HD takes over.
Newfoundland. Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Those dogs are awesome.
A Newfie.
Yeah, Newfies. Follow a bunch of the Instagram accounts.
Yeah. Do bigger dogs have bigger dicks?
I don't know, but they die a lot earlier. I know that.
Jesus Christ, dude. I'm trying to celebrate their greatest thing that they have. I took my dog to the dog park. And
your dog's going to live till it's fucking 30.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Well, because it's not a big dog.
It's not. You just said how big it was.
Well, it's a lot bigger than it was when it was 2 weeks old.
Stop trying to put a fucking expiration date on my dog.
I'm just saying, it's going to be... Both of my dogs are actively dying right now. So,
oh my
could
God,
be worse,
dude.
yeah.
This dog at the dog park, this tiny little bulldog came up and was furiously trying to hump my dog. And it was so frustrating because its owner was just so nonchalant about it. He's like, yeah, he's getting fixed next week. I was like, yeah, he really gets after it. Like, I was like, he's kind of persistent. He was like, insatiable.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
That's so creepy.
What a fucking choice of words. Just like hands in his pockets, like loafing up. Like, cut it out.
Let him enjoy it while he can.
That really was his attitude. Like, he wanted his dog to get like one last nut at the expense of my virgin dog.
Yeah.
Like my dog, one got fixed because she was in a kennel, so she was fixed early. But two, she's a virgin, dude. I've spent every day with my eyes on her. She's never been fucked. And this pervert wants his dog
to fuck your dog.
All right, get off.
All right,
but not
enough.
Doing anything, like just saying it under his breath.
I have
kick his ass.
I have a BB gun at home, and I've had it for a while since I was young. And my grandpa gave it to me. And my mom told me that the reason that they had the BB gun was because my grandfather's mom, they had dogs, and the neighbors' dogs would come over and try and fuck their dogs, and she would shoot the dogs in the butt with the BB gun. And then they would run off. Yeah.
I feel like a squirt gun would have done.
I know, right?
I feel like a water hose or something.
But
like
I guess
that
BB gun has a little more range, so she could just like open the window and just blast at them.
You could put hollow points in a BB gun.
It is powerful.
Yeah,
you can shoot through a Coke can.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, like through both sides. It'll come out the back.
That's what I mean. She was maiming these dogs.
Yeah.
We need to get the guns taken away.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They had real guns too, though, so I guess it's for the best. She could have easily just killed the dogs.
45.
Yeah, very easily.
Was your grandmom a good shot?
It wasn't my grandmom. It was my grandfather's mom. It's my great-grandmother. I think that was who it was.
Okay, so they didn't care about dogs.
No.
At that time. They would easily just kill
there
a
were
dog.
so many of them.
Yeah. They didn't care. Life used to be so much less precious, which is weird because there's so many more people now.
Yeah.
People didn't care about dogs. People would just have a bunch of kids and they'd be like, eh.
Yeah. Let them run free.
One of them
we can afford to lose one or two.
Right.
You got 13 more at home.
Exactly. And now there's billions of people on Earth. Then there was probably barely a billion people on Earth. Now we care so much more about life. I guess that's why there's probably a direct correlation.
I'm sure there was probably around 1 billion.
When?
50, 80 years ago.
Yeah, there's probably a couple bill.
Yeah.
But not 7 bill.
No. Well, I think they're saying it's 8 bill now.
Yep.
Yeah.
8?
Yeah.
I thought we were worried about population control.
That's what they say. Well, that's what Elon Musk says.
Declining?
I think aren't many countries like Japan, China, they're experiencing population decline?
Well, it's probably because they're killing their own people.
Is that right?
There's like population control in China.
No, that stopped.
No.
Yeah, it did. Now there used to be a one-child policy, and now they're like, "Come on, get to fucking."
Yeah, they are doing that.
When did they stop?
I don't know.
Probably 5 years ago.
Today.
Within the last 5 years.
This must be breaking news.
Or they recently stopped.
Damn, that must have been a crazy day.
Well, there's still cities.
All right, Timmy, you can crawl out of the attic now. They're not going to kill you anymore. Hiding the second child.
There definitely was some of that. But there's also cities of single men in China.
Really? Full cities?
The gender imbalance in China is the highest in the world, I think.
Because they were emphasizing having boy children. So
and they would abort
the
daughters, and they would throw daughter babies in the river.
And the fields. They would just let them run off into the fields and go, be gone now.
Yep.
That might have been an old urban legend.
You're thinking of Moses. You're thinking of Moses being set afloat on the River Nile.
I remember everyone used to say that when we were growing up. They would be like, yeah, if you have a daughter in China, they make it just run into a field and die.
How is she even running, though? I mean, they're going to wait a year?
Yeah, maybe you raise them until they can walk. And
you feed them until they can run just so they can...
Maybe they have whole tribes of women in the woods who survived.
Yeah.
And they're like strong as hell.
I was reading about an African country that has witch camps.
Really? Is that like they train you to be a witch, or you?
No,
go
where
if
they
you are
put
a witch?
the witches. Maybe Ghana. There's thousands of witches in these witch camps, and it's supposedly to give them a safe space to do witchcraft. But really, they're rounding them up and putting them into a camp.
Absolutely.
I wonder what kind of craft these women are doing.
I'd love to know. I'd love to go down there and check it out. We should do a video down there.
If they're brewing toil and trouble in a cauldron.
Casting spells.
Craft brews.
There was a girl who was a practicing Wiccan person in our high school.
Really?
And everyone looked at her, and we were all... Some people were kind of mocked her, but those who knew were afraid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be.
I feared her.
You have to. It's not worth the risk.
No, it's better. You better hedge.
Make fun of the poor kid.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
Make fun of the kid whose parents smoke when they drop him off for school every day.
Yeah.
Not the witch.
No.
That's crazy.
The witch probably had rich kids. It's probably the ultimate act of rebellion.
Yeah,
of rich parents.
you gotta pick your fights.
She was actually quite lovely. I got to know her.
Probably because she cast a spell on you.
Glinda?
Well, it was kind of fucked up. So I was like one of the popular kids that played sports and stuff.
Of course. Fast, blue eyes.
This girl was like just totally not part of that crowd, and
probably black eyes like a beetle.
My buddy one day actually bet me. He was like, I bet you $10,000 that there's no way you can get her to win prom queen. And
I think we already all got it, right?
Deal. But
I will say it took me an embarrassing amount of time to get it.
Let me just say that she taught me so much more than I could have ever taught her.
When that movie came out, was it like
what movie?
Carrie?
Carrie?
Yeah, right? That's what it's called, right?
I love that you don't even have the right movie.
Is that not what it's called?
This plot is so generic.
Is that not the right movie?
What's the one with Freddie Prinze and...
She's All That.
She's All That, yeah.
Oh, I thought Carrie was the Stephen
That is, yeah.
Where there's like the witch and she
goes
to prom.
in, she closes the
This
doors
has just
and
been
burns
done
everyone
100
alive.
times. Yeah.
Well, it's slightly
Here's when
different.
she's all that.
There's another movie
That's
with
Lainey
Lon-
Briggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like paint on her overalls.
That's
Yeah.
the exact same plot.
No.
Lainey Briggs was like, this girl. They're like, well, like I could make any girl prom queen. This cocky ass Freddie Prinze character, and then she walks up the steps, maybe the hottest girl that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
but she's wearing overalls and has like thick glasses on, and they're like, what? No.
It's so funny. They do that. They spoof it in not another teen movie
they're like,
where
but
they're
she's
like,
got paint on her overalls.
yeah, all they do to do this like glamorous makeovers, they just take her glasses off, and all of a sudden she's a 10, and it's like same thing happens in that movie.
And that girl in Not Another Teen Movie isn't even close to as hot as the character in She's All That.
Correct.
She's so hot. They're like, what?
Yeah.
She
When she
paints?
walks down the stairs, and the son, the younger brother's like, it's like, dude, that's your older sister.
Damn, I
your
really
tongue
was
back in your
confident
mouth.
that you guys were talking about Carrie.
Well, Carrie's a good one, but I think the idea behind Carrie was that they lied to her that she was prom queen, right? They mocked her.
Yeah, but
And
they
said-
know what they had the cool jock bring her to prom.
They also did that in the Drew Barrymore movie where she goes back to
Never
high
been
school.
kissed.
Never been kissed, yes.
I've
And
never
in
seen that one.
Clueless, what happens in Clueless? Alicia Silverstone falls in love with her stepbrother at the end of the movie.
Yep.
That shit's weird.
Who is Paul Rudd?
Oh, love Paul Rudd. Gotta love Paul Rudd. We should get him on the pod.
Young Rudd.
You should listen to his episode of Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really cool.
He's the man.
I can't listen to Armchair Expert. I don't know if it's even good, but I just can't listen to a podcast from the guy from Punk'd.
Yeah. He's not my favorite, but somehow the guests are very good, and he asks pretty good questions.
Who's he married to?
The girl from...
Kristen Bell?
Yep, that's it. From Saving Sarah Private Ryan.
Saving Private
Forgetting
Ryan.
Sarah Private
Kristen
Ryan.
Bell. Who's the other one?
Christian Leitner.
Lake
No.
Bell.
Lakeith Stanfield. Lakeith.
Who's the other one that was dating? What's his name? The guy from. They were both in American Horror Story. And then there was,
Gerard
like-
Carmichael? Is he gay?
People were talking about this last night. Apparently he's got a documentary out where he's sucking people's toes.
Does he?
Apparently.
And he had a crush on Tyler the Creator or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that?
that was
yeah,
all
the
the
comic.
talk. All
Yeah.
the talk at the big hang that you
I
missed.
know, I missed
You missed
it.
a big
Francis
No.
texted.
hang.
Francis texted me and said, "Get to the stand, stat."
I sent him the roster.
Yeah.
Well,
It was one of those
read
things
the text,
where
read the text.
every single
Solid
time
roster.
that another person walked into the green room, they all made the comment, "What a hang." That was what
No.
everybody said, one after another. What a hang.
No.
We're all sitting in a circle. It was so unusual. It was one of those rare nights where everything lines up.
That's just Joe List, though. That's what he does every time.
No, because I've
He's
been in
always
there
with
with
List
Joe
was
List.
there?
I'm
Every
with-
time I'm
Killer.
at the stand and Joe List shows up, he goes, "Look at this hang."
Yeah, but this was really special because people were pulling up chairs and sitting in a circle, and everyone was including each other. No one was on their phones.
No.
What is this, a Duck Duck Goose game? Who is in the hang?
A lot of
A
killers.
lot of killers.
Read
Killers
the fucking
row.
text.
We
Killers
had
row.
Joe List, Dan
Legend.
Soder.
Legend.
We had Jordan Jensen.
Oh my God.
We had Derek Gaines.
Okay.
Bro.
We had Karen Feehan. We had
Nice.
Ryan Beck.
Oh.
Brendan Sagalow.
Oh.
You know, who else did I tell you was there?
I don't remember.
You have it on text. Just read the text.
I think I listed everybody that I sent
Yeah, I
to
think
him.
you did. Yeah.
Oh,
my.
TJ Miller.
No.
Brooks Wheelan
What?
moved to New York, apparently. I didn't know that. Did you?
No.
It's the new
He's here now.
hotspot. It is literally the new hub right here.
Brooks is cool. I like Brooks
Austin
Wheelan.
is dead. Brooks
Yeah.
Wheelan has moved here.
So a lot of killers.
And what, Sass, you just said I'm not going?
Well, it was like 10 p.m.
Well, you probably can't. And what? You stay up
Hours.
till 3 a.m. scrolling phone all day.
No, I've been going to bed early. Been going to bed by midnight.
Cap.
No, but I'm not going to tonight. Brought my PlayStation. PlayStation's in my backpack right now. Bringing it to Providence with me.
Fucking weirdo for that.
I know.
Good luck wiring that into a hotel TV.
It shouldn't be too hard. All it is just an HDMI cord.
I don't know, man.
Some hotels are way easier to do that than others. Some have it right there.
Some have it right on the counter.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be easy for you. Some hotels really want to prevent you from plugging in your own equipment.
Yes.
Do you remember back in the day when there were hotels where you could actually pay to rent
a VCR?
Nintendo 64?
Oh, yeah.
There'd be a gaming system, but you had to pay to use it.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah, I've seen that in hotels.
That.
No, I remember because they would have you'd walk in and there'd be a controller in the room.
It was before your time, though.
No. I was probably really young when they had it.
Yeah.
Because I remember I didn't even know what the controller was for.
I want to hear more about this hang, dude. I cannot get over this fucking hang.
Let me tell you
Well,
what.
it sounds like
I'll read the message.
1992.
Bro, what happens at the hang stays at the hang.
All right, well, just give me some. Who was the MVP of the hang, and who
True.
Who kind of surprised
Give
me?
us goats and woats.
Who?
Man, I don't know. Soder
you're
was
peaching
kind of
your
on
pit.
fire, dude.
Soder
Soder
was
was
firing on
doing
God.
impressions.
What?
He was taking bits from the conversation, then just kicking those into voices. Everyone was rolling.
Who was bringing down the vibe though? Who was kind of like
No, don't
they would
make
talk,
it. Don't no.
They
don't
would
make
talk
him say
and
that.
you'd be like, "Anyway, Soder, what were you saying?"
I had tried to make a few points, and after I made them, I realized I should not have said anything.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think it was you? Well, that's
then I
actually the
just
most
started-
humble way to go about it, because if you bring someone down or you talk about the hang out of class, you might be shunned from the next hang.
Yeah.
I killed a hang recently. Bad.
What do you mean?
To the point that I had to leave the room because I was so embarrassed.
You killed the hang?
I killed the hang. I brought the hang down. I was the vibe killer.
Damn.
Hangman.
I was at the SNL after party, and it was when I was at the stand.
You brought down this SNL after party
and
hang?
I went down to the green room thinking no one would be in the green room, and I was tired, and I was like, I want to go down there and just sit down and go on my phone. And I went down, and it was all like cool black comics. It was like Michael Che, Derek Gaines,
Damn.
Sam J,
Oh.
Ooh,
Martin Monroe
Martin.
and they were talking about rap music, and I made a comment about it, and they all turned around and looked at me, and then just continued the conversation.
Oh my god!
You brought up Slug Christ?
And I got up and left. And my face was like neon red when I was walking out. I
Ooh,
was like,
that's
"Why did
tough.
I just do that?"
That's tough.
Sober
dude.
too?
Yeah.
What would even make you say that?
I don't know. It was fucking like 6 a.m. I was delusional.
Delirious.
Delirious.
That's tough, man.
You're delusional right now.
Well, I think that's probably why I waited until the hang was dispersing to text you, because I thought there was a risk you might come.
There was a risk that I could come and kill the hang.
Yeah.
That would be brutal, because Derek Gaines overlap from both of those hangs. He would be the one that would be like, Sass is a hang killer.
This fucking
He would have
guy.
said, "Don't bring that kid around."
This kid's
Yes.
back? The hang killer?
Or if you get labeled as a hang killer, you can't shake that.
No.
Yeah.
Who was somebody that kind of surprised you?
Yeah.
Sagalo, that bastard.
Well, I love Sagalo.
I love Sagalo.
He's a killer.
I like him
he's
a
one of the
lot.
250.
I would say that all these people, I have high opinions of them, so nobody really surprised me.
Aaron Berg was there, you said?
Yeah, Aaron Berg.
Yeah, you forgot to list him off.
I forgot.
Yeah.
He only came in for a little
Ah,
because he went out to smoke a cigar.
What is this, Ocean's 13,
I
dude?
know.
13 killers in New York.
Yeah.
13 angry
Berg
men.
came in and he wears that chinchilla coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's cool. It's a cool group that's in there.
It is.
Damn. You left my apartment to go do that?
Damn, you guys
I
were hanging
did.
last night.
We were hanging.
Yeah,
we
he
had a
abandoned
hang.
my hang.
Interesting.
Roan was serving very aged wine,
Yeah.
aged like a fine wine.
Yes, which is usually a good thing, except for
He-
this had stink lines.
Well,
coming
he's got
off
a
of
new
it.
process for aging where rather than put it in a cellar, he opens it
He keeps it in my fridge for a
and lets
year.
it age opened.
Yeah. I was like, no, it's good. It's good. It's fine. My wife was like, is this old? This is old. I was like, no, we're drinking it.
Yeah, and the two of them were sort of debating. She was like, I feel like we opened that a week before. And Ron's pouring it for me. He's like, no. It was only Saturday.
And then I opened another one that was even stinkier.
Yeah, it
and I
was
was like,
just-
this is actually bad.
Yeah, which did make me feel better because that made me think that was the one that was bad.
What happens if you drink old wine? Does it go skunked like beer?
I
It
this
oxidizes.
This one, there was one that was fully skunked, oxidized, however you want to put it, had turned.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the other one was, It really wasn't that old, but
No.
it was fun to talk about.
The first time I ever drank beer was a skunked beer, and I thought this is what beer tasted like.
What was it last week?
Very funny. Very funny.
Fucking-
No one was home at my house, and I went outside to our porch, and we had one of those little mini fridges, and there was a beer, and I opened it up, and the fridge was filled with mold, and I didn't really care, and I took a beer out, and it was a beer in a bottle, and the bottle was closed, but the beer was only like half full. Because it had just been in there for so long that it started like evaporating.
Boy, you were thirsty.
And I took a sip of it, and it was the worst tasting thing I've ever tasted. And then I poured the rest of it in a water bottle and put it under my bed. I was like, I'm going to save this for later.
Let it ferment up a little bit, prison style.
Yeah.
Put it in with an orange peel in a toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Really go to town on it. Yeah, the first time you taste alcohol, it is foul.
Yeah.
It is. And then you wind up going into your parents' liquor cabinet and you get like a liqueur. You have like chartreuse or some shit like that, or Drambuie.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had Drambuie as one of the first boozes that I drank out of my parents' liquor cabinet.
I don't think I ever had just straight up booze until I was in college. Because when we would drink...
When was that, last year?
Because when we were in college, when we were in high school, we would just mix. We'd all be like, all right, get a couple drops of fucking the tequila in your parents' cabinet. And then we just mix them all together, and it would be a fine brown liquid that we would chug.
Yeah, jungle juice.
Yeah.
Oh, you were combining all types of different liquor so that no parent would notice that everyone had taken a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be like, here's
I got a little
bit of tequila and you got a little bit of dry gin. Let's mix those together.
Oh man,
it was so gross.
Were you mixing it with whiskey too, or would you mix just the clears?
Oh no, yeah, dude, I'm not kidding. It would be black.
You created
like black
a witch's
tar.
brew.
Yeah, and it would get you so drunk.
We need to put you in a Ghanaian internment camp.
Oh,
it would be like
Lord.
the worst tasting thing. You'd have to drink it with soda.
Yeah.
With sodies.
Pretty sure that's the shit that Timothy Chalamet's mom drank to become a member of the tribe.
Yeah.
In Dune 2.
Fuck, I didn't see Dune 2 yet. I
Dune
tried to watch
2.
Dune 1 again. I couldn't for the fucking life of me sit through Dune 1.
You need to be on a plane.
Shit is mid as hell.
I was on a plane.
No, it's not mid.
Shit is mid as hell.
Someone else was giving me shit for liking it recently, and they were like, how? I said I love Dune 1. They go, how? And I'm like, you know that I'm not the only one. What do you mean, how?
Probably did like
it's got like 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The biggest stars in all of Hollywood are in the movie.
Don't act like I'm an aberration for liking something that is very popular. That's so douchey.
Yeah, it is. I just don't like it. I'm not acting like you're an aberration.
No,
I just can't get into it.
I don't have a problem with either of you not liking it.
I've never seen it.
But I have a problem with someone having a problem with me liking it.
Right. You can't.
That's how I feel about Saltburn, though. Like when people say they like Saltburn, I'm like, well, I just lost respect for you. But I think Dune is a lot more generally liked. Like widely. Like everyone likes Dune.
Yeah, I loved Dune.
Yeah. Did you like Saltburn?
Yeah, I liked Saltburn.
What was a recent movie you didn't care for?
Well, I was just on this thought from Hairball here. There's a lot of things that you like, which I can't fathom.
Yes.
But I don't hold it against you.
Yes. But like
you just said that me liking Saltburn makes you lose respect for me.
I hated Saltburn to that point. There's a lot of things that you like that I don't like, but I don't care. Doesn't bother me. But Saltburn is one of those things that it crosses the line. That I'm like, yeah, I don't see how we could be friends if you liked that movie.
Let's say that your respect for Tank for me was at a 70 out of 100. Maybe 65. I don't know where it is. Yeah. Before finding out about Saltburn, my like of Saltburn, what is it at? How much does it take away from it?
Well, it would depend on how much you liked Saltburn.
I call it B+.
You're down in the 40s now.
Wow, that's significant.
Yeah. Easily.
And you know something?
And that's generous.
And
that's only because we have like Kansas City and Rochester coming up.
I was about to ask if there was a way for me to replenish that respect, and then it occurred to me that you losing that much respect over a movie for me took my Tank for you down to 35.
Interesting.
And it was at like 75. You know I love you. You know how I feel about you.
All right.
I texted you hoping you would come to that hang last night.
I get it.
You guys could have been hanging. What did you not like about it? How horny it made you?
No, how disgusting
how many cocks you saw and
how repulsive it was.
Rock hard you got by
just
seeing
gross.
another man.
What a gross
big, juicy
movie.
Cock.
Movies for free. That's a movie that like if I was like the president or something, I'd ban it in the country. Like that, like if I was Putin, I would watch that movie and be like, Saltburn's not allowed in Russia.
You have a tiny brain, though.
You keep Saltburn out of Russia forever.
You have a small mind, though, and that's not anyone's fault but yours.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like I'm pretty open. I'm pretty open with movies. I like most movies I watch. There's that. That's probably the last movie that I can think of that I watched and I didn't find any redeeming qualities in it.
Did you like the song at the end, "Murder on the Dance Floor," as he dances through the house naked?
No, I thought that part sucked.
I thought that was great.
You probably had.
You didn't like it because he was naked.
I hated every part of that movie.
And you don't like the fact that he's a diminutive man with a large
I also think
penis.
I just don't like that guy.
That's right. You don't like him.
Because I watched what's it called? Christopher Nolan. Oh, Dunkirk with him.
Oh,
snooze fest.
You didn't like Dunkirk?
So that was me watching it.
Fuck you.
Did you watch the
you.
Banshees of Inisherin?
No, I didn't, but I've heard it's great.
Well, he's in that too. That's
Skip.
really that will truly be the test.
Got him.
Skip.
You're skipping all Keogh.
Skip.
What is? How's his name said? Barry Keoghan.
Cohen probably.
Cohen. He ain't Jewish.
It's Keoghan. It's that Irish spelling of it, right? Did you see the new Batman?
Loved it.
He's in that.
Must have fast forwarded that part.
He's the Joker.
No, he's not.
He's the new Joker. Barry Cohen is the new Joker.
Oh, like right at the end.
When he's in the cell.
Yeah.
That's him.
I actually thought that them showing the Joker, I remember that being one of my takeaways was that when they showed the Joker, I was like, man, that was unnecessary. They didn't need to do that.
You're a hater.
Little tease.
You've hated
Great movie, though.
That was a good movie.
That was a good one.
I want it to be the Joker. I guess that dream's over.
Is he Irish?
Yeah, he's Irish, and in the Banshees of Inisherin. That was a quote from the Banshees of Inisherin. I didn't need your giggle at a movie you've never seen. Suck that giggle back in.
Speaking of the Irish, Colin wants to come on the podcast next week. I told him he could. I said he's coming on.
He spent too much time with Ari in the
He's on the road. Yeah, he's coming back from the road, and he said...
Those dudes are probably spending time naked together.
Oh, yeah. He said it's exhausting. He said it's
how naked they are.
A lot of naked.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I guess you can come on.
You ever done a run like that?
What?
Like opening for someone or like where you're on the road for like a month straight?
No.
No?
And I don't have a whole lot of interest.
No. Sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
What's that check look like, though?
Probably a shit ton of money.
I mean, Ari sold out. I think he sold out like 2 straight weeks of the Comedy Works Denver.
When we were there, they were like he's trying to set the record for most shows, and they were like he just added his 14th show.
He's doing Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights through the weekend. He just wanted to ski for a while,
and then he would like take nights off.
Yeah,
and then just go back.
What?
He does this weird thing. He's doing Cleveland. He's doing something like Thursday, Friday, then he's not there for the weekend. Then he's coming back on Tuesday. I don't know what he's doing.
Damn, we got to go on Rogan.
I know, we do.
You know, he was the first guest ever on Rogan.
Really?
Ari Shaffir, yeah.
Should have been us, bro.
I know.
We would be selling out Cleveland so hard right now.
Cleveland's a fun city to perform in.
Of course.
Hilarities.
Caitlin Clark was just saying that.
Really?
She did Hilarities.
Caitlin Clark is my goat.
She did Hilarities, and she was like, here's a joke. Women's basketball. The crowd went crazy. The crowd fucking loved it.
Not even true, though, because women's basketball right now is so much better than men's basketball.
Well, it's more watched.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Wait.
It's more watched.
Was that LSU game more watched than any of the men's games of the tournament so far?
I don't know. It was like 12.8 million.
Some shit like that. I don't know. I watched it.
I watched it.
Of course I watched it.
I told my dad it was going to be 20 million, though.
You have to say you watched it.
That's shy.
You'll get canceled if you say you didn't watch the women's game.
Well, it was a race war. That's what we were really watching for.
Yeah, it's like that new movie Civil War, but with race.
Yeah.
Well, like the Civil War.
Yeah.
Honestly. Wait, what's the last movie you saw that you didn't like?
Yeah, I'm interested to hear this as well.
Oh, that's challenging. I tend to put those out of my mind.
Really?
Yeah. I know what you mean. But there's got to be one in there.
You guys talk, I'll think.
I recently just watched the movie that won Best Adapted Screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Black movie?
Oh. No, I don't.
It was very good.
So it's not a movie that you didn't like. I thought we were talking movies we didn't like.
I'm just trying to buy Francis
I didn't
time.
love Maestro. I watched Maestro. I didn't really like it very much.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I heard it was kind of mid though.
It was very artsy.
I'm not a big artsy guy. I think that's what it comes down to.
It was basically saying we are going to rely on the fact that Bradley Cooper is so in this character that his performance as Leonard Bernstein will captivate and carry the movie. That was kind of my takeaway. And I guess I don't know Leonard Bernstein. I didn't love it. I don't know. Just seemed kind of nebulous and pointless.
I don't like movies that you need to like think deeply on the ending to be like, oh, that's why it was a good movie.
Did you watch the movie about A Zone of Interest?
No, but I've heard that's good.
It's very good, but it's kind of talking about, it's kind of what you have to kind of pay attention to appreciate what's good about it.
I like good movies.
Oh, okay, wow.
and I hate when people are like, oh, what's your favorite movie? Casablanca, probably. Really? More than like The Dark Knight? More than Ocean's 11? You thought Citizen Kane was better than Ocean's 11? Who on earth, if you were like, here, let's watch both of these movies back to back. You watch Citizen Kane, and then, I mean, dude, honest, even like Ocean's 8. You'd be like, wow, Citizen Kane really, really blew my mind.
Well, come on now.
No.
Ocean's 8?
Yeah.
The one with the women?
Yeah.
I heard that was terrible.
It was terrible.
And I bet it was still better than Citizen Kane.
That's silly.
I bet it was.
I think Ocean's 11 is a fine thing to
line.
say, but now you're being ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think I am.
You're talking out of your butt fuck.
I've seen all those movies, and I took film classes, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, how am I just hearing about this movie for the first time?
No,
this
Casablanca
shit is ass."
No.
Bad.
Ocean's 8 is infuriating to the level that I get infuriated. Like that, what you're talking about with Saltburn, that's how I feel about Ocean's 8. It's infuriating to watch.
I just don't like when people pretend that these movies from the 1940s are like the best movies of all time.
But there are some great movies. Have you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
Yeah, mid.
Come the fuck on.
That movie's pretty good.
There you go.
Casablanca is also actually pretty good.
It's great.
Citizen Kane is terrible.
I've never seen it.
Don't. It's bad.
You just need stuff in full color?
Yes.
You probably hated
obviously. Yes, I do. I need stuff in full color.
So you were watching The Wizard of Oz.
It's 2024.
You were watching The Wizard of Oz.
Why would I want to watch a movie in black and
sucked.
white? Yes, Wizard of Oz. Yes, exactly.
But then it gets full color, so halfway through you're like, this is fucking incredible.
No, dude, Wizard of Oz is a good movie if you're 6 years old and you've never seen a movie before. Who now is sitting down and be like, you know what we should watch tonight? Wizard of Oz.
Film or like theater students.
Yes, nerds.
I think that there is work that endures. That holds its place to the day.
But I think people only think those movies are good because of the time that it was
So when
filmed.
did movies start getting good?
1990.
But then are you also saying,
retarded.
Hairball, are you going to tell me that 60 years from now, our great-grandchildren, our grandchildren will be in the right for saying that The Dark Knight's a bad movie?
Yes.
So if
they're making better movies than The Dark Knight.
The Godfather sucks?
No, The Godfather's great. When was that?
Before 1990.
70s, 60s probably?
70s.
All right. I lost. You win.
And that's all I ever wanted.
What about books? Right?
No, books hold up.
Books. Why would you give that to books and not movies?
Because I don't think books can really get that much better.
Because the medium is limiting.
I'm kind
of with
it's
you
words
because
on
there's
paper.
like better camera equipment.
Yes.
There's better special effects and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're basically saying you like special effects movies.
It's like when people show like those old fucking black and white like comedy shorts where it's like someone like jumping out of a building and they're like, you know, he actually did that, right?
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, but there's
The
like
Three Stooges?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, and it's like, and then they're like, how fascinating is that? And it's like, yeah, you know what's also fascinating? How they don't need to do that anymore because they can just do it on the computer.
Dude, it's funny to watch. You ever see clips, and I don't even know if they're real, but maybe they're just reimagined clips of audiences watching Charlie Chaplin and laughing their heads off in the theater. And you're like, they think it's that funny? Imagine showing them a Louis C.K. special. Their heads would explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would these people handle, how would they...
when slapstick was new,
Yeah.
when like
Yeah.
someone fell over for the first time and someone was like...
Yeah. I mean, dude, even like the old, have you ever watched that George Carlin documentary?
No, but I sent you that AI thing, right?
Yeah. But George Carlin, like in like when he was like first starting comedy, he was doing like slapstick, like wearing the suit.
Huh.
like weird shit, and then he just evolved into doing rants about abortion.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that AI thing I sent you? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I thought the Bill Cosby thing was funny.
What was it?
I sent him this thing that someone generated an AI set of George Carlin and how he would talk
yes.
today about these contemporary issues. And he's talking about trans rights and stuff like that. Do you have we lost you here, Hairball?
No, I gotta leave in 10 minutes though.
Oh, okay.
No, 14 minutes, bro. I just looked as well.
What's happening over
I don't know. Roan's throwing shit at me.
Yeah, I was just trying to get your attention.
And I said to Sass, the part that really rang a bell for me in this set from George Carlin was that he said, you know, are we going to be replaced by AI? I probably not. You know, I would say because I'm an artist. A lot of comedians will say, I'm an artist. My art can't be generated by AI. And then he goes on as an AI thing to disprove that by doing a very funny, very in the tone and tune of George Carlin's set on topical issues of today.
So was it just AI presented or AI written?
AI written.
Are you
and
sure?
it made me think, okay,
I think so, yeah.
our jobs are not safe. And I kind of stupidly thought, well, at least being a creative.
I agree and I disagree. I agree in the sense that if it becomes like a type of thing where you want to listen to a comedy album or something like that, then if it was AI, you'd be like, well, if it's funny, it's funny, right? But I think as long as people still keep going to see things live, no one's going to go see George Carlin AI live.
Hey guys, let's take a second and talk about Game Time. Game Time. Oh yeah, the Game Time. I mean, look how easy it is to open up the Game Time app. GAME, it's the only one in there. And then boom, I'm on the Game Time app. Drake and Lil Wayne playing at the Prudential Center.
True.
Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, Olivia Rodrigo at Madison Square Garden.
Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Lil Nas X.
Yes. Flau'jae Johnson.
Yes. All of these people are probably available to be seen.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I mean, Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan has his dates in December out already, too.
Did you see that video of him getting clocked with cakes?
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that goes on at his shows.
Heavens to Betsy.
I can't believe it. But, I mean, if you want to be one of the cake throwers, you probably can get a ticket for that at Game Time.
Mm-hmm.
You click on the event. You basically could get a map or a list of the tickets, and you could say, hey, I want to have these incredible seats that are right next to the stage. Incredible pricing. There's a little blue check mark that says best deal next to it to let you know you are truly getting an incredible deal on whether you want to go to a concert, comedy event, sporting event. There's so much on there on Game Time. It really is the best ticketing app. I mean, I just went to some of these NCAA tournament games. I got my tickets on the way there. I ordered them in the Uber on the way there. By the time I'm inside, I have the tickets. It's truly seamless.
Most people would say it's irresponsible to start heading to a big sporting event without a ticket, but with Game Time, it's certainly not. Because it is that much of a guarantee that you're going to get the best seats for the best deal.
Well, what you're doing is you're taking the guesswork out of buying the very best tickets, and that's why we have Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BOYDAD.
BOYDAD.
For $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. I also think, I think that live shows production is one of the safest and will be in the most demand, especially as people work less, as people have more free time, as people there's more options of shit to do on the weekends. But I also think that AI is useful as a offshoot or parody or reduction of something, as opposed to if you want like a new genre of music or something like that, you're not going to be able to get an AI of a new genre. If you're trying to create something different or new that's not referential to something, then that's where AI doesn't have any type of foothold, because it's not a fresh observation on something.
Genre bending type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my thought to stay ahead of AI is that as a comedian, I'm going to start doing stuff that's totally unexpected.
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna go out on stage and do a couple of jokes, and then all of a sudden, scream the N-word.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to really stay on top of it. Yeah,
and then AI will be like, it'll be like the fembots from Austin Powers.
AI could have, because AI is all immediately woke washed. So AI could have never come up with Michael Richards' Comedy Store sketch.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
I do think the George Carlin thing that you sent me, it's kind of showed that it wasn't woke washed.
But are we sure that? Are you sure that he wrote that, or are you sure that that wasn't written by someone and just performed by an AI of George Carlin?
I'm not sure.
We're not sure, but I think it was generated.
I think it was all AI generated.
All AI.
Because it wasn't performed. There was no video. It was just audio.
Right, but they couldn't have written it and putting it through his audio. Like there's AI songwriting programs where someone will sing something but you have to write it, or they could generate
it.
They have
like Plankton from SpongeBob singing.
Right, and that shit rules.
Yeah, that shit does rule.
That's what I mean. But you're not going to go to a concert.
Have you ever heard like the SpongeBob remixes to songs?
No, I've actually sworn off Nickelodeon ever since they raped all those kids. I do not want to put another
Sass got
dollar
back into it.
Was SpongeBob raped?
Pockets.
SpongeBob was molested by Dan Schneider. I'll tell you who was definitely molesting kids was that fucking pirate that they would show in like the middle of episodes, the real dude.
And I'll tell you who was definitely...
That guy was annoying as fuck.
And you know who he was molesting? Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick has all the signs of somebody who's like, my growth was stunted because at a certain age, a bad thing happened.
Absolutely.
Do you guys ever watch... You guys watch The Office, right?
Yeah.
This is something... Have you ever watched it start to finish?
Yes, multiple times.
And you, Ron?
Yes, multiple times.
Can you explain... Because I've been seeing Kevin Malone... that actor everywhere. He was on Bustin' with the Boys and stuff like that.
He was on our NFL draft show a couple years ago. He said one of my observations was stupid.
He was on the Yak at the Super Bowl, and I made him laugh with a great vaccine joke.
Go ahead.
One of my proudest moments.
Will you explain to me how at the start of The Office, the first season or two, maybe even 3, that character is this grumbly but coherent,
quiet,
grumbly, sad guy who speaks in a low voice. As the seasons wear on, they make him retarded.
Yeah.
And he's not in the beginning.
Right.
And they just changed his character. And they turned him into a developmentally disabled guy.
I think that's more of a departure from the original character than when on Fresh Prince they made Aunt Viv light-skinned instead of dark-skinned. Like, this is a massive departure from the original Kevin. It's nasty. And I think that it weighs on Kevin to the point where he now has to be like sarcastic, completely talks in his own voice, wears a nice watch. He wants to distance himself from the voice, the personality, how he's viewed to be dumb. He wants to be his own character, not this dumb character that they created in seasons 3 through 11 or whatever.
Have you noticed this? Have you guys noticed this phenomenon?
Yeah, I mean, they do it.
Do they address it? Has this been spoken of?
I'm sure. I think people more talk about stop. It's actually annoying as fuck. I think people talk about more about how Dwight is pretty much like the autistic coworker that they all just make fun of constantly.
What, start to finish?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. This is a weird, just abrupt change in the entire byline of a character on a show mid-series.
They kind of do that in Workaholics. Adam Devine starts out, he's kind of just like crazy. And then by the end of this show, he's like fully retarded.
To me, it's as if they like all of a sudden made him start.
That's bingo. That's our word bingo. We've all said it now.
Wow. That means none of us can get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
That means we might be able to get into one of the podcast brackets next year. One of the comedy podcast brackets.
Send them these clips.
Yeah.
Just
Holy
3 seconds.
Shit.
That show's edgy as fuck.
We might get a bye. We might get a bye in week 1.
No. We have to do way more making fun of. We can't just say it. We need to pick someone and pick on them. I interrupted, though.
No. This has been good.
I don't remember what else I was going to say.
Tyler, what are we at here?
No, we still have 10 more minutes.
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking of Sass here.
That's good of you. Throw something at him. He'll like it.
Sassy pants. You know what I started doing last night was I started workshopping a bit that I gleaned from this podcast.
Really? That's always
legal.
fun.
That's Harry's whole act.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And it was about the taking off from LaGuardia and looking out and seeing Rikers Island
I was
below.
thinking about that last night.
You're not taking it's mine.
No, I know, but I was thinking about that
I already tried it
joke.
first.
I was thinking about that
I tried
joke
it.
last
I'll
night.
show you the tape. I was there. I did it.
How'd it go?
Killed. It's mine. Everyone knows. It's like my signature joke. People were like, "That's Francis."
You know who I heard
T.
doing that? Amy Schumer was this.
Amy Schumer was doing that at the Cellar last night.
I didn't even, since we talked about it, I've been noticing it so much more. Because you see them playing basketball.
Yes.
You see them like hooping.
Yeah.
And
ever since I got upgraded, now I'm finally Diamond Medallion. So the taste of the orange juice as I recline my seat to watch them play 15 minutes of sunlight exposed basketball a day.
What's crazy is that
makes me feel that much better.
One of the main food groups in prison is bags of chips, and then there's at times when they'll bring around in first class the sun chips. So there could be a simultaneous.
Oh, I like this. See, he's just writing it, and this is why you do need to do it.
It would be fun, but I'm just trying to let's add a little bit to your act.
That's good. Yeah, I look down. I'm eating my sun chip, and maybe there's a guy sitting on one of those steel picnic tables. Fucking knees are freezing because of how cold the picnic table is.
There's a blood splatter from when someone's head got spiked off of it to death.
And he's eating his sun chip and looking up at that plane and wondering.
Yeah, you also eat your sun chips.
I wonder if there's someone up there who's looking down and who cares about me. And
that was the 5-0 Goes West song. Yes. Somewhere out there.
Boy, those were good movies.
5-0?
5-0 Goes West, yeah.
That's a good bit. I'm going to use that tonight for sure.
Don't you dare, dude.
Providence is going to hear that one tonight.
No. And the pod won't be out yet either, so they'll be like, damn, Sass has some new shit.
Killer.
Sass
damn, that first class Rikers joke, I mean, that is next level.
No, they're going to know you took the train there.
Hey, I could not write that.
They're going to know you took the fucking Acela.
I know, I'm pissed that I have to take the train. I was going to drive, and then you guys fucking threw off all my plans. I was so excited to just drive and not have to sit on the train for fucking 15 hours. Because I'm not going to have enough time.
Is that long to get there?
Oh, yeah. That traffic.
What is it, a 4-hour drive? Or 4
hours?
It
would probably be like a 5-hour drive with traffic.
And how long is the train?
3.5.
The train's so nice, Sass. So nice.
The train is so unbearable.
Sit on the right side
so much.
Sit on the right side of the train, and you'll get to look out as you come through those parts of Connecticut on your way into Rhode Island. You'll see that amazing estuary. There's like that area where there's
estuary.
I'm just waiting for us to run over someone, and then I have to cancel the show.
It's not gonna happen.
It happens like 1 out of every 2 times I take the train.
50% of your train rides end in death?
Yes, they hit someone and they're like, we have to do an investigation. And it's like, yeah.
You're thinking of the subway, dude.
No, this happens on the Amtrak.
Well, I know you're right.
Right when you're around Connecticut.
And here's why.
People start jumping.
One time, I played golf in Maine with my dad and another guy who on the 3rd hole, we asked him, what do you do for work? And he said, I'm a train conductor. And then 2 holes later, I gathered the courage to ask if he'd ever run anyone over.
It only took 2 holes? Damn, bro.
We were drinking.
At least wait till the back 9.
And he said, I've hit 3 people in my career. I've been working the trains for 20 years. I've hit 3 people. I've killed 3 people.
He couldn't swerve?
And he goes...
And they have to replace them after.
He said 2 were suicides. And one the
was
saddest, was a kid who... was wearing headphones and just walking on the tracks, didn't hear them coming. And
must have been some strong ass headphones.
I know.
That's a good headphone ad.
Yeah.
Get Bose.
Those are the Apple
Get the
Pros,
Bose 700s.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't feel the vibration or anything of the massive train barreling towards you.
Oh shit, this bass is incredible.
These beats by Dre.
Beats by Train.
Really make you feel that RPX
Damn.
vibration. But he
Imagine if they were listening to Drops of Jupiter by Train. He said what?
Well, I asked him if if there's any point in trying to stop the train. And he said at that point, to slam on the emergency brakes would do so much damage to the train, we probably wouldn't stop in time. It's not worth it.
To damage the train?
I think it would. It could potentially derail the train.
Would it? But so what?
I mean, they're going 80.
But we're talking about a life here. It's like, I don't want to damage the train.
Do you think they look, or do you think they look away? Probably look away.
Look away.
Yeah.
The question is, once they've hit the kid, do they stop or do they stay?
Right, they have to stop eventually.
They probably hit the kid and they're like, Providence, Rhode Island, coming up in 15 minutes.
They get into the station. By the way, about 25 miles back, you're going to find beef carpaccio splattered all over that side of the barn door in that
doors
bucolic
will
farm
open
town.
on the right.
Watch the gap.
Oh, man.
And if anyone happens to find a pair of Beats headphones on the top of the train,
Give them
dibs.
to me. Yeah.
Have you ever been on the train when someone gets hit?
I don't think so.
Dude, it is.
You have?
Yes.
Wow.
It is the longest delay you could it's like 4 hours stopped.
Because they have to do an investigation?
They have to bring in the police to do an investigation. They have to clean the train tracks and peel the person off of the front of it.
Goodness
and then they have
me.
to bring in an entire new like conductor and Amtrak employees. Not even like because they're so fucked up, but just because it's like it's protocol.
You get the day off.
Maybe they've timed out.
It's like once you hit someone, it's like, all right, you're not like, we don't know if you're gonna have a mental breakdown in an hour and fucking kill everybody. So
Oh, man.
we gotta bring in a whole new crew.
Harvard had that same policy freshman year, actually any year in college. If one of your roommates killed themselves, you got automatic straight A's for the whole semester.
Damn.
And I was pushing my roommates because I needed it.
Guys, I gotta go. I apologize.
Enjoy, pal. Fun shows.
Come to, what are your dates next
I'm
week?
gonna be in Ann Arbor next week, maybe.
It's just a day, right?
And yeah, potentially.
I'm not too far from there. I'll be in Detroit.
Oh. Okay.
Really? I'm going to Lansing, boys.
and then Sacramento in a couple weeks. All right.
What was that look from you at me?
Because everyone's gonna go to Detroit and not go to Ann Arbor.
Well, okay. If you're just doing a one-nighter, you should come join me for the Detroit shows.
Yeah, maybe.
You're
Maybe you boys link up in Lansing. Maybe you guys come up to Kalamazoo and hang out with me.
After all that happened.
I've been lancing some boils on my feet lately.
That's right, because his feet are so boily.
Huh?
T Grizzly.
Don't know it.
First day out. Come on, bro.
I trust you that these are real people.
He wouldn't lie to you. All right, that's 58 minutes. God bless.
God bless.
We'll do ads next week, yeah. I'll be in Iceland this weekend. Say what's up. I'll be at Hotel Vik. Hotel Ranga is the other hotel I'm staying at. Sass, did you stay there?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
No.
Later.
All right, bro.